Hello, guys. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, your daily cryptocurrency and blockchain aggregated news show on YouTube. Bang. My name is Shamari. Welcome. All right, guys. So today was an interesting day. We're going to do the new format. So we have news up front, and then we'll do our announcements and talk amongst the crew at the end. I see everyone airdropping. Oh, baby. We're making loot around these parts. And you better stick around, too. If you're new around here, this is your first time, stick around to the end of the show. You'll see how me and my boys get down. And if you want to make some bread, I suggest you stick around for that. Oh, yeah. So the show, I'm so excited about I want to talk with you guys about the airdrops. Anyways, though, we got news, though. Okay. So news stories of the day. Oh, yes. Today, not one, but two congressional hearings about cryptocurrency today. Obviously, it's all about the regulators and the politicians. Well, you know what we're waiting for? Oh, let me take a quick look, guys. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here they come. They're coming. Everything's all good on that front. Yeah, holy, the skies are open with airdrops around these parts. Anyways, guys, so we have, so we're going to do yesterday's story on Coinbase. You probably heard today, blah, 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 Coinbase didn't get SEC approval. I'm going to explain that to you. I know it was all over the internet. I read this, when I flipping first saw the headline, I was freaking out, actually. But not to worry, and I'm going to clarify that. Now, this son of a bitch, so two hearings today. So we're going to cover one hearing, and then we're going to cover the other. So that'll be the next two stories. So this son of a bitch, Congressman, he called for a ban on cryptocurrencies. If you're in California, you know November's around the corner. I'm going to show you who this son of a bitch is. And I expect him to be out of office in November. Let's go, Cali. Oh, I'm going to name and shame this motherfucker right here. And then for the second hearing, the regulators just want a little time. They want to make good regulations, and we're going to talk about that, which is good for us. Let's begin how we usually do around these parts with a look at the market today. What do we got here? Boom, look at our little logo. Bang. All right, let's get into our markets, though. Boom. There we go. Now, what do we got? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Stellar, Litecoin, Cardano, IOTA, and Tether. I should really stop calling these Ripple, because I know, remember how Ripple's so angry that we call them Ripples? They're XRPs. They're not Ripples. That's how I like the markets. Nice and red. Give me some time to buy, boys. Give me some time to buy some more goods. I know people watching this are probably like, man, you guys like cryptocurrency. You guys are in blockchain news. You guys are a little weird over there. They don't know. They don't know what we know. They don't know. Just give me some more time to pad these. Let me get some more airdrops, right? I got to get my Ether wallet up, to Adabob level. All right. Come on. I forget it's not just us. It's regular people watching this too. They don't know what we're talking about. So, top 10 earners of the day. Bang, Ardor, Bitcoin Diamond, Stellar, Dogecoin, MAOC, H-Share, GX Chain, Cardano, and ELF. Boom. Let's get to the news, boys. So this story here, this fucking freaked the shit out of me, and that's why I have it. I mean, I could just tell you this. I don't really need to read this, but it scared the shit out of me so much. And so I'm assuming you guys also read about crypto news in the day and stuff too. And every flipping website I went to, today, it was about this story here. And so I want to read it and clarify it, though. I want it to be clear. I don't want you to don't be afraid of this news story here, because it's not what you think or by the title. All right, so let's get into it. Coinbase Inc., which on Monday it got the green light from the U.S. SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, to move forward with a trio of acquisitions, now says it never got an endorsement, nor did it need it. Now, I want you to remember those 4 words there. Or is that 5 words? 5 words there. Nor did it need it. Okay, so let's just go on quick. This is a quick one. The cryptocurrency firm had told Bloomberg News that it received approval from the SEC and the FINRA, Financial Regulatory Authority, to buy Keystone Capital, Venovate Marketplace, and Digital Wealth LLC. The acquisitions are part of Coinbase's plan to operate as a broker-dealer and at some point be able to list digital tokens that are deemed securities. You know, we've talked about it 100 times here, blah, blah, blah. The whole question, is this token a security or is it a commodity? It'll be regulated different, blah, blah, blah. They want to be able to offer securities. So that's not the point of the story, though. It is not correct to say that the SEC and FINRA approved Coinbase's purchase of Keystone because SEC was not involved in the approval process, Coinbase's spokeswoman Rachel Horowitz said in an email Tuesday. The SEC approval is not required for the change of control application, Horowitz said. Coinbase has discussed aspects of its proposed operations, including the acquisition of the Keystone entity, on an informal basis with several members of SEC staff. So it's not that, you know, when I first read this headline, I was like, shit, they didn't get approval. Like, what the fuck? You know, like as if things stopped. No. The SEC wasn't needed. So actually, I think it was the reporters. Yes. I mean, I guess they told Bloomberg they got approval, but I think it was just a slip of the tongue. Like, oh yeah, we're approved for our stuff. And then, you know, slip of the tongue. The SEC wasn't needed to approve that. So they have this stuff. They have, what is it, Keystone, Venovate, Marketplace. And so it's still happening. They still own them. They own the custody thing. They own the what else, man? Remember, because the licenses, they bought those companies because they're already licensed as broker-dealers and all that. So that's happening. That's happening. Do not be afraid of this story. Don't be afraid of this story. I think it was just misreported, personally. The SEC wasn't needed. So they have those acquisitions, and it's still going on. Now, this son of a bitch here, this congressman right here, I want everyone to get a good look at this son of a bitch. You take a good look at that smiling motherfucker right there. See where my mouse is? Everyone. In fact, I'm going to even take my face off. I don't want any distractions. Everyone, you take a good look. That son of a bitch right there, he's calling for a ban. So, he's from Cali. Cali, you know what you got to do in November? You know what you got to do? I don't need to say anymore, do I? Now, let's get on with the story. This son of a bitch here. A U.S. lawmaker has called for a blanket ban on cryptocurrency buying. Congressman Brad Sherman. His name is Brad Sherman. His name is Congressman Brad Sherman. Any of you in California right now, I want you to look up your congressman. Just Google whatever district you're in, blah, blah, District 9, District this, District that. Google it. And if you see this motherfucker's name, you know what you got to do in November. You know what you got to do in November. All right. So this asshole is no stranger to controversial statements on the subject of cryptocurrencies. Back in March, he called cryptocurrencies a crock. And during the Wednesday hearing of a subcommittee for the House of Representatives Financial Services Committee, he went so far as to advocate keeping Americans out of the market entirely. We should prohibit U.S. This is what he said. We should prohibit U.S. persons from buying or mining cryptocurrencies, the California Democrat declared. He added that beyond cryptocurrencies being potentially used as a form of money in the future, it can currently be used by tax evaders and rogue states seeking to bypass U.S. sanctions. One of the panelists, One of the panelists, Norbert Mitchell, director for the Center for Data Analysis at the Heritage Foundation. Oh, the Heritage Foundation. You guys are jokers. Here's a funny story. Just quickly, Heritage Foundation. So we have this thing in America. It's called Obamacare, right? It's the health care. Well, all these Republicans here, they hate it, right? The problem, and they want to get rid of it. The truth is, it was made by the Heritage Foundation, which is their guys. So really what Obama did, he stole their health plan. He put it in place, and now they can't get rid of it because that was the Republican health care plan. Anyway, that's a funny little, whatever, man. It's just a funny thing. I'm from Canada, so we have free health care, but here in America, these guys got to pay like a motherfucker. So Anyway, though, let's get back to shit. Mitchell told the subcommittee, and this son of a bitch, oh. So Mitchell told the committee, yes, it's true that criminals have used Bitcoin, but it's also true that criminals have used airplanes, computers, and automobiles. We shouldn't criminalize any of these instruments simply because criminals have used them. Right? Right? Blah, blah, blah. We're going to skip this part. This is about, all right, let's talk about it because it is a true thing. This is more economic stuff. Though much of the hearing revolved around the general monetary policy and history, the crypto-specific portions revealed a general opposition to the idea of a central bank digital currency. So CBDC, central bank digital currency, what these guys want to do, what a bunch of governments around the world are thinking about is a central bank digital currency, right? And you know how we're sanctioning Venezuela right now, and I think the guy's name is Nicolas Maduro. And so what Maduro did, he made the Petro coin. Did you guys hear about that? The Petro coin? Yeah, so they're under sanctions. They need money. They can't, you're not allowed to buy or sell anything, if you're sanctioned, right? So he was like, yo, fuck this. He created a coin called Petro coin. Bam, all these billions of dollars poured in from around the world. So that's what they mean by, and so up in the story above how it said like, oh, that's how they get around sanctions. It's true. That's how they get around them. Like the Iranians right now, I think Trump just pulled us out of the JCPOA. That's the nuclear deal. And so we're going to sanction them again. I think it starts in like a month or something. And so let's see if these guys just create like a Iranian dollar, Iranian coin, Iranian token, Fuck you and your sanctions. We'll offer crypto. It's interesting. I mean, I get the point, what these guys are complaining about, because now you can't sanction people so easy, but tough luck, buddy. And so to quickly recap, a number of central banks around the world have been investigating the idea of using some of the technology concepts behind Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as part of new wholly digital money systems. The idea is that the tech can boost transparency and efficiency. Now, remember, guys, if you're new here, I had this little article that I made the boys go read. Not made them, but requested that everyone do a little homework. And it was a story about this journalist. You can go find it on, I think it's on Bloomberg or New York Times. She's a journalist. And she tries to live in China, in Beijing, for 1 week on cash, like just cash. Nope. She went to McDonald's to order a hamburger. They looked at her like she was crazy, trying to give them money, right? Cash. And so, and the reason I brought that up was because personally, I believe so this crap, I know a lot of you guys are believers in all this, blah, blah, blah. You're libertarian and you think all this crypto stuff is going to take over money and crap. That'll never happen. But what I do believe will happen is, the American government is just going to tokenize American dollars. Done. Right? No, Bitcoin is not going to replace American money. Ever. Ever. I will guarantee every penny I have. Never, ever, ever. Or any of these cryptos are going to replace regular money. But what the government will do is like, all right, you guys want to go on all digital? Fine, we'll just tokenize dollars. And like I said, I think in 10 years, 10, 15 years from now, there's not going to be cash. You're not going to hold physical paper money, right? It's all going to be digitized. And think about it, when it's digitized, what? It gets rid of crime, right? How's a drug dealer going to sell drugs when the government, through the blockchain, is going to know every transaction he makes? If you're a crack dealer or some sort of drug dealer like that, OxyContin dealer, I don't know. I mean, it's a bunch of little customers coming from little purchases all day, right? Like $10 crack for you, $10 crack for you, $20 crack for you, $50 crack. You know what I mean? You're dishing it out. Well, if you're getting all those tiny little payments, the blockchain's going to know. These cops are going to have an algorithm just be like, anyone who gets more than, I don't know, 20 tiny little payments a day, and it's not as a registered company, as an individual, no, that's a drug dealer, right? A pimp. You'll be able to, like, the blockchain will catch the pimps. If a guy, there's one guy, and he's got, I don't know, 3 girls or something. He makes those girls go out and do what they got to do and bring him the money every day, right? So the blockchain is going to know if one guy keeps getting $500 from these same 3 girls every fucking day, and those 3 girls keep getting payments from just random people every day, they're going to know, oh, pimp. So it'll actually solve crime and stuff. And so that's what I think the world is really going to go to. Like, we're going to go cashless. You're not going to be able to cheat your taxes. So these rich fucks who are cheating on their taxes, they got their stuff overseas in Virgin Islands, wherever, the Cayman Islands and these places. Yeah, when everything's digitized, you're not going to be able to hide your money. You're not going to be able to put it in. They're going to be like, yeah, we know it's there. We can see it right now. Right? So things are going to change. Anyways, let's just get back to the story. I'm sorry, guys. That's my little philosophy of where I see the future. But that is where I see the future. If you care, right? We'll see how when we get there. Oh, yeah, this son of a bitch. Hold on, though. So hold on. Let's look at his face one more time. I gotta get my anger level back. I was getting philosophical. Yes, I have to look at the enemy before I kill it. Just kidding, guys. And that was no threat. I mean, that was a joke. So I hope nothing kind of crazy. FBI comes. I heard you. You did it. All right. But some of those looking into the subject have warned that it could amplify the risks of bank runs, and several institutions have scorned the idea entirely. And that's the central bank digital currency stuff. And like I said, I don't see, if we're going to we'll digitize dollars. That'll be that. Payment boom. On a positive note, though, Dr. Eswar Prasad, senior professor of trade policy at Cornell University, argued that the existence of cryptocurrencies had the potential to impact the financial services system, particularly the payment system, in positive ways. According to Prasad, cryptocurrencies could make transactions much easier and bring down the cost, but the benefits are limited at the moment. Michel himself noted, it is certainly difficult to imagine a cryptocurrency replacing the US dollar as long as the Federal Reserve acts as a moderately good steward of the national currency. But it is for the very reason that Congress should eliminate barriers that impede people from using their preferred medium of exchange. All right. And then the chairman of the thing, Andy Barr, said, cryptocurrencies will continue to have a greater and greater impact on our financial system, making it a topic the committee would likely have to revisit once again. In other words, growth. Cryptocurrency growth. So they're going to revisit again. So remember, everybody, California. If you are in California, look at this man's face, Congressman Ugly Boy, and then remember this name. I want you to remember that name. Oh, I wish this highlighter were better. Congressman Brad Sherman, enemy of the people, enemy of the state. Of course, I'm getting crazy, but I'm not fucking around. You know you got to vote against that motherfucker, right? So, I mean... All right, Callie? Now. Whoa, where we go? Oh, there we go. Bang. Now. This guy, the CFTC guy, he's like, hey. Let's not be too hasty with these rules. You see, and that's what I like. I want, I mean, like I just said, like, I like it when the market's red. I want it to go redder. I want Bitcoin to go like down to like 4,000. I'll buy 3 of those fucks, 4 of those, 5 of those motherfuckers if it goes down there. Man, I want it all to go down until we get our SEC licensing, until these guys get here, right? And so this guy's saying, hey, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down a little bit. Chill. All right, let's hear what this guy says. Now, this is the director himself. Right? Not a lowly employee talking. The director of the CFTC, Commodities Futures Trading Commission, FinTech Initiative, cautioned against what he called hasty regulatory pronouncements during a congressional hearing on Wednesday. The remarks from Daniel Gorfin, director of Lab CFTC. Actually, I'm going to read this part. Were directed towards members of the U.S. House Committee on Agriculture, which, as reported by CoinDesk, sought testimony on the issue of cryptocurrencies and digital assets. Alongside Gorfine were former J.P. Morgan blockchain lead Amber Baldet. Everybody knows her. She's always on the internet. Former CFTC chair Gary Gensler. Yes, that was under Obama. And A16Z managing partner Scott Cooper. Gorfine framed his remarks from the perspective that many different things can be considered commodities, but not all of them would warrant attention from U.S. regulators. So what he's saying is, we don't have to regulate everything, but some of them do. Anyway, let me just read on. So, excuse me. It's only when we start to see the rise of futures and swaps products built on these commodities that we have kind of direct oversight. So that's what the CFTC does. They govern the swaps and the futures. Google swaps and futures if you don't know what those are. A future, all right, I'll just tell you. It's I buy a contract saying I'm going to purchase that product at a future time for such and such price. And so, like farmers use futures a lot, right? So what farmers do, they plant a crop, say, of corn, and then they go to the futures market and they sell their corn while it's still growing. So the corn is sold already. And so what they sell them on futures contracts. So what a farmer does is, I don't know what the price of corn is. So these are just made up numbers I'm going to tell you, but these are just made up, but you're going to get the concept. A farmer, I grow a crop. So I say, all right, a bushel of, I don't know if they have bushels of corn, so don't anyone diss me like, fucking moron. There's no such thing as a bushel of corn. Whatever, man, I'm not a farmer. So a bushel of corn or whatever, he's like, all right, I want $10 for my bushel of corn. And so what they do is they go on the futures market. So he plants his corn, say in, I don't know, January. The corn's not going to be ready till like April. But what happens is he's already sold the corn on the futures market. In other words, someone has already said, I'm willing to pay you your, what did I say it was? $10 for your bushel of corn. And so that person in the futures market pays now. Because when the guy harvests his corn, he's got to ship that bushel to the guy. So you can actually take physical delivery of the commodity, okay? That's another thing. You take physical delivery of the commodity. But also you can just, there's guys that just use futures for speculate. But anyway, no, we're not going to get into a whole economic thing. But just, so that's how a futures works. I'm a farmer. I want guaranteed when my crop is up, it's sold. And so the farmer, he gets paid in January. When his crop comes in March, April, whenever it is, he just ships that shit out. Starts the next crop. Gets paid then in April. Ships out. That's a futures contract. Oh, well, there you go, guys. A little economics for you. And so it's only when, so this guy says, the CFTC guy only says, he says, it's only when we start to see the rise of the futures or swaps products built on these commodities that we're going to have to do direct oversight. In other words, well, if there's no swaps and futures, he's like, I don't give a shit. Buy all the Bitcoin you want. Buy all the Ethereum you want. We don't care. But once people start doing swaps on it, swaps and futures on them, they will start to regulate. So that doesn't affect us, but it affects people who want to offer swaps and futures. Who gives a shit about those guys? We all have the shared goal to bring clarity and certainty to the market, but we also need to be sure that we're thoughtful in our approach and do not steer or impede development in this area of innovation. No impeding. Indeed, while some may seek the immediate establishment of bright lines, the reality is that hasty regulatory pronouncements are likely to miss the mark, have unintended consequences, or fail to capture important nuances regarding the structure of these new products or models. Gorfine would return to that point several times during the hearing, which began at 10 a.m. local time. It's important that we're not hasty in figuring out what the contours are of applying securities laws, and the commodities framework. And then commodities framework. Remember, the SEC guy said they already have decided Ethereum, Bitcoin, commodities like gold, and that's the whole point with the Ripple lawsuits and all these other things. Are these other tokens commodities, or are they securities, or are they really just stocks in a company? Right? That's what a security is. It's a stock. So, or are they just stocks in a company? So, it makes sense, right? Bitcoin, there is no Bitcoin headquarters, right? There is, there are no Bitcoin employees. It's just a bunch of code monkeys going at it, keeping it alive, right? Ethereum, there is no Ethereum headquarters. Just a bunch of code monkeys keeping it alive. But there is a Ripple headquarters. There is a Cardano headquarters. There is a Monero headquarters. There is an IOTA headquarters, with employees and paychecks and blah, blah, blah. So they are really just a company, aren't they? And so that's the whole argument between securitization, stocks, and commodities. So gold and Ethereum, the SEC already said they're commodities. That's why they're already on the Bloomberg terminal. That's why you better stack your warehouse with that stuff. And then this other stuff, we'll see if they do it as securities or how they're going to do it. Now, let's look at the congressional sentiment. The hearing notably provided a window into what some members of Congress think when it comes to the subject of cryptocurrencies, though it wasn't positive in some cases. And this is a news show, so we're going to report the good and the bad and the ugly. For example, now, everybody keep an eye on this piece of shit too. For example, Rep. Colin Peterson remarked that, in his view, much of the cryptocurrency ecosystem seems like a Ponzi scheme, and asking what's behind this. So let everyone, Representative Colin Peterson, everybody, if you're watching this, if you're American, I want you to Google your congressional district. I want you to find out who your congressman is. In fact, I want you to Google your congressman as well, and I want you to put his name or her name and put the word cryptocurrency beside it and press enter. And every time they talked about crypto, you'll know what they think. Yes. And in November, right around the corner, some people are going to be having to get a little bit of the business. So it was Gensler who offered a response to this son of a bitch. Gensler, who offered a response stating that there's really nothing. So this guy said, well, it seems like a Ponzi scheme. What's behind this? So Gensler said, idiot. There's really nothing behind gold either. What's behind it is cultural norm. For thousands of years, we just liked gold. There's nothing behind it, though. I mean, what gives it its value? Just that you're willing to pay what the fuck they tell you to pay for it. Right? But if everyone all of a sudden was just like, fuck that gold shit, gold would be worth nothing. It's only worth something because we all say it. Right? Well, it's because of the supply and demand. There's less gold in it. Look, dickhead. It doesn't work like that. Gold is just the price because we agree to pay it. Right? Bitcoin is that price just because motherfuckers agree to buy it at that price. Right? It's digital. It's nothing. Right? We just agree. We're just like, fine. 5,000? Great. It's 5,000. Just like gold, right? Diamonds. Well, diamonds, it's because they're rare, and you got to go get them. Right. They're rare and get them, but we could go get all of them and just have shit tons of them, right? The reason diamonds are so expensive is because De Beers keeps diamonds off the market, because the truth is that big rock you just bought your wife, it's worth nothing, except because the fact we all agreed it's worth that. But if we all just agreed, hey, you know what? Fuck diamonds. They suck. That'd be it. Right? Okay. So let me start again. I know my mouth goes sometimes, guys. Okay. So Gensler offered a response to that son of a bitch. And he said, like I just said, there's really nothing behind gold either. What's behind it is a cultural norm. Just that for thousands of years, we liked gold. He also goes on to state, we do it as a store of value. So Bitcoin is a modern form of digital gold. It's a social construct. It is. It's just in our minds. Right? It's only value that because we're just kind of all agreeing, right? In a way. No one's complaining. All right, so But, I mean, that's it. In other cases, committee members simply wanted more information about how cryptocurrencies actually work. And those are the politicians we like. You know, the ones who want to know shit, you know. We're creating another money supply here as I see it. I just don't know how that works. Our dollar sets the mark for the world. I can't visualize how this would work, Representative Rick Allen commented. So if Representative Rick Allen is your person, email that son of a bitch. Email him a link to this show. We'll get him squared away right away. That'd be hilarious if some politician watched this. But it was with Michael Conway, the chairman of the committee, who perhaps had one of the most notable and telling remarks about Bitcoin coming at the very end of the hearing and just days after the U.S. Justice Department claimed it had traced Bitcoin transactions conducted by 12 Russian intelligence officers accused of hacking the 2016 presidential elections. And what he said was, as long as the stupid criminals keep using Bitcoin, it'll be great. And so that's that. That was the hearing. It seemed lighthearted. I mean, it was just questions being asked. No definitive answers or laws are passed or anything, obviously. It's just a hearing. But it just gets into the mindset. And so, actually, let me show you guys. You know, like, I look at hearings. I know, man, you guys probably don't even understand the full nerdiness of who you're watching. But I actually watch hearings all the time. Like, I watch hearings about the wars we have and different things. And so, can you see this? Let me make sure you guys are seeing this. Bang. So you guys, if you want to watch the hearing yourself, you can go to C-SPAN. C-SPAN is, I don't know if you guys know what it is, but if you're here in America, that's where you get to watch your government. Like, you can watch C-SPAN all day. It shows the Senate, the Congress, as they're doing it, like as they're talking, right? And so here's C-SPAN right here. C-SPAN is a great tool. I always go there. Like I said, I watch a lot of the ones about wars, and also I watch like the tax law hearings and stuff. And so let me see if I can even just find the hearing we're talking about right now. Hold on. Cryptocurrency. Okay, so you just go to C-SPAN, and then all right, so they haven't put the hearing up yet, but you'll find the hearings right here, and you can also, so you see how they told us which committee it was? Hold on, let me show you guys. Let me give you a little C-SPAN schooling. You want to watch your government in action? This is where you come. So you go to Congress, boom, and there should be a list of, yeah, here they are. So these are all the hearings, and you can go from committee to committee and watch their hearings. Wait, what's going on? All right, this is acting. I don't want to waste time on this. I'm not going to waste your guys' time. But anyways, guys, go to C-SPAN, and that's where you'll get all your government stuff. Now, let's get to announcements. Whoa, what are these bugs in here? Huh. All right, let's get to the announcements. Oh, airdrops. Boys. You motherfuckers are not playing games, and that's why we have this channel. That's the beauty we love around here. So let me start with one announcement. Adabob gave me this, and if you guys want to do this, do it. I'm going to put this link in the descriptions. So he says, hey, man, you got to check this out. There's a listing coming up on Binance. It's not like the KuCoin vote, as it will cost 0.1 BNB per vote. But if you make sure to pick the winner, then your BNB balance will be multiplied by 1 for every BNB up to 500 times. He said, and then he also says, this is Adabob, everybody. So everybody knows about Bob. Oh, and if you don't, well, you better head over to, go to Twitter and go to Bob84411320. He'll get you squared away with these airdrops. Holy. And we're going to talk about those airdrops in a second. But he also says, I expect there will be huge airdrops, but as I say, this is a more serious vote because it costs money. So it's a serious vote. It costs money. I'm going to put that in our stuff for me and for you, all of you. for the boys. Now, let's look at this. I see all of you guys. Yeah, we're murdering them. Oh, Bob just rocked another one. Oh, look. 17 minutes ago, he just rocked this one called Gold Network Chain. Damn. So obviously, I'm going to get that as soon as I shut this down. Damien, see you out there getting your Damien, welcome to the family, brother. I see you're an active guy. You're getting your talk to us on the comments. I see you getting your airdrops. Of course, Bob. Oh, he did another one too. Oh, 2 hours ago he did. He's a ramp. He's a beast. Q Bank Chain airdrop. So, like I said, go to Adabob. Let's do this one more time just so everyone remembers. Bob 844-11320 on Twitter. Okay, get yourself squared away. You see what we're looking at. If you're new here and you don't know what I'm looking at right now, I'm looking at this thing called airdrops. And what an airdrop is, these companies, these blockchain technology services companies, well, they give you free coins. They give you free coins because what they want you to do is sort of kind of advertise for them. So they want you to retweet this, like this shit on Facebook, join this stupid little Telegram thing. But then they give you free coins for it. Now, are the coins worth anything? No, it's not yet. They're pre-ICO. But imagine if you get all these coins and then a couple of, and if you get a coin and it gets listed, you just made money for nothing, right? For flipping, tweeting, and liking and this. So Bob's on the rampage. Q Bank Chain. Bang. We'll be doing that. Frank. Who's this? Oh, Ronkus. What's he doing? Ronkus, you rocking. Oh, take a stand against poverty. Bang, I see you out there. Oh, Jay Will, though, murdering too. Murdering. Oh, and another one? Oh, so Bob did one 5 hours. So that's why you have to go to, again, Bob 844-11320, because he's just ripping these off. And we did them last night. So I see who did the ones last night that I did. Who did some? Justin. Anyways, boys, so we're making our money. Yeah, Justin, Bob, everyone get out there. Guys, get over there to Bob and do the airdrops. Do the airdrops. Oh, and remember what I said. So, also, go back to the comments of yesterday and the day before show. So all the airdrops I did, and this is what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to say airdrop, name of coin, link to the airdrop, and drop it in the comments of the videos. All right? So, like, for instance, right now, I'm going to do all these Adabob ones, like, right now. And I'm going to drop them in the comments of the videos. And well, that's it, boys. You know how we do around here. We're just, let's take one last look. Yeah, I love to look over here. Oh, man, it's so beautiful. Just getting a little closer. If you're new around here, there's a tsunami of money that's coming because the SEC is going to allow all these Wall Street guys to come and buy cryptocurrencies. And so whenever I look over there, I'm just giving a report to me and my buddies and you about the tsunami that's coming. So the tsunami's on the way. I still see it. Get your bucket right. Get your ark right. Oh, stack your warehouse of goods. Stack your warehouse with cryptocurrencies. Every cryptocurrency you can get your hand on. If you're new here, that's why me and my boys are doing these things called airdrops, because we are stacking. We are stacking our holdings. We're stacking our warehouses full of cryptos, all manner of cryptos, because soon Wall Street's going to be here, and when those savages arrive, they're going to want to buy everything you have. And, well, you can't sell anything and make money if you don't have anything. So get it. Get your airdrops. Also break the bank, break some bread. And, get your stuff with some brand name, the top 10 stuff. So how I roll is top 10. Bang. Actually, top 15. And I just keep stacking it. And that's how you got to do it. So when these guys get here, we're going to make money. All right. So we all know this. So, guys, airdrops are amazing. Everyone, shout outs to all you guys doing them. And I guess, fuck, Shamari, stop talking, motherfucker. So, time to shill. Let me do a quick shill. Let me get my shill on. So, please subscribe below. If you haven't subscribed, please do so and press the what's that button? Press the little there's a bell beside it, and you will get notifications every time that there's a new video out. As you can see, me and my boys, we're not just passively sitting around here on cryptocurrency blockchain news. We go make money. Like, we go get that money. You know what I mean? We're not waiting for it. We go take it. Okay? So if you want to be notified about the takings and the goodnesses, always check the comments. Always come back and get yourself some of this action. So, guys, subscribe below. For the boys, you know how it rolls. This has been Shamari Clark. Over and out.